On this day in 1964, unrest in Brazil's northeast shakes government. Recife, Brazil. A wave of unrest has swept across Brazil's northeast region, posing a significant challenge to the government of President Humberto de Alencar Castelo Branco. Thousands of protesters have taken to the streets demanding better living conditions and an end to political corruption. The demonstrations began earlier this week in the state of Pernambuco, with protesters expressing their frustrations over widespread poverty, high unemployment rates, and inadequate social services. The unrest quickly spread to other northeastern states, including Alagoas, Bahia, and Ceará. In Recife, the capital of Pernambuco, thousands of students, workers, and farmers gathered in the city center, demanding immediate action from the government. The protesters marched through the streets, chanting slogans and calling for social justice. Some incidents of violence and clashes with the police were reported, but overall, the demonstrations have remained largely peaceful. The government has responded to the unrest by dispatching additional security forces to the affected areas. President Castelo Branco has acknowledged the legitimate grievances of the protesters and vowed to address their concerns. In a televised address last night, he announced the creation of a task force dedicated to investigating corrupt practices and improving social programs in the region. The unrest in Brazil's northeast comes at a delicate time for President Castelo Branco's government. Since assuming power through a military coup last year, his administration has faced growing criticism for its authoritarian approach and lack of progress in addressing socioeconomic inequalities. The protests in the Northeast serve as a stark reminder of the challenges the government faces in maintaining stability and addressing the root causes of social unrest. The situation in Brazil's Northeast remains fluid, and further developments are expected in the coming days. The government's ability to effectively respond to the demands of the protesters and implement meaningful reforms will likely determine the trajectory of this wave of unrest. As tensions escalate, all eyes are on President Castelo Branco and his ability to navigate this challenging period in Brazil's history.